Hello. I don't know if this is still on or not. No, I'm live. Yeah. Hello. This is, I hope you're well. I hope everything is okay. Yeah, yesterday I did on a board some sizing with rabbit skin glue. And today I'm gonna do the first coat of priming. So the rabbit skin glue, we had it in the boiling water outside in that container. Now it has become like a jelly, and you can see that is kind of quite hard, which is good. That's a nice thing. So I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it on this pot that is boiling water. I hope it doesn't crack the glass. And I'm gonna let it boil a bit, so it goes again wet, and then we can do the mix. So that's gonna take like a few minutes. So I thought, why not to do a bit of a lino cap in the meantime. This is the tool. This is like a photograph of myself. Then I have done a photocopy. Then I have put it around. I have copied into here, and then what I have painted white with some kind of child watercolors is what we want to carve, because it's gonna be a negative image. So it's like we want all this area to be white. The ink is not gonna go into there because we're gonna just ink the surface, and this area is what we have to work on. So I don't know if it is easy to see, but you just hold with your hand away and you go slowly. This is not very sharp. Cutting away. When it's a surface that is as big as that, maybe you can do just the sides, and then later on you are careful to don't put ink in here. I mean, you can go all the way if you want. Yeah. So the white bits. This technique, the French, they use it a lot for posters, like the Toulouse. Yeah, the German expressionist. They use wood cuts. They like to work on this kind of heavy wood, so the grain will show, which is kind of a very nice. The grain of the wood is quite nice on printing. I don't know if this is called intaglio as well. Is it called intaglio? Eh? Ah, this is relief. Yeah. I haven't done it since I was at uni, this thing, so I'm quite new with it at the moment. I mean, I know the technique and stuff, but it's a long time since I did it. So I don't know if you can see that there is a gap here. I need to cut my nails. And yeah, that's what we're printing. The better the tool, sharper, the easier it will be. This is quite an old one, so it takes a while to kind of go slowly in it. But I don't know, I just thought once I'm gonna do this workshop, and I want the camera fixed until I kind of manage it better. Is something to be doing while the rabbit skin glue mix, and we can work with it. We need liquid again. Have a look. Yeah, it is almost ready. So I'm gonna do a bit more of this, then I'll keep on doing it on my own. I have got the inks. I have ordered paper. I'm waiting for that. There are some little things that you need to know about the paper. It's good to wet it first, then to let it dry up to a point so it absorbs the right amount of ink. I don't have a press, so I will do it like very old-fashioned, with just applying some kind of weight to it. I don't know if we will get good results or not, but at least the technique is exactly like this. I mean, exactly. You have it good. So we're going, yeah. Everything here, the main thing is the preparation and then the patient to kind of don't overdo it. So we want the white gum. This one I have done it, but I want it sharper because otherwise it's going to be a block. Once I'm using my self-portrait, but I don't know why I have gone so much into self-portraits at the moment. I guess because it's easy and there is social distancing. Make this quite busy. So, no. So I'm doing the small details, and I think I have fucked it up, haven't I? Yeah, this should have been. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So we can correct that. I'm going to correct it there too here. We haven't done it. Yeah, so I guess you have to do this with a clear mind and try to come. Yeah, all this talking and stuff can distract. I'm talking here to you, myself. Anyway, the size is ready, so I'm gonna take these things off. This is going, and we will keep on working on it, or I will keep on working on it. This is the wood that we use. I'm gonna use this container. Burns a bit. So we say the mix we're gonna do for sizing. It was 1 part of chalk, Egyptian, 1 part of zinc white, and 1 part of the glue solution. So this is good for measuring. So I have the zinc white. I'm gonna do 100, 100, and 100, something like that. Yeah, 150 grams because it's not only for this wood. I forgot to say, when you're priming a wood that is thin or sizing, you have to do it on the both sides. If you don't do it in both sides, it will bend the wood. So after I did the video, I sized it the other side, I sized the other board that I have got there. So that I'm gonna use this very old chalk instead of Egyptian. That's 150. the dry brush and start mixing this a bit to get rid of the balls of pigment, the humidity. And now this that is totally wet, you know, it was a jelly, now it has become liquid. We put the same amount, we put the 150 will be. Let's see. Yeah. Then we leave this and it will go cold again. We'll cover it, we can put it in the fridge. Good to use it quickly because it's animal, so it rottens. And then we start with this slowly. To use a bit more. Let's see what. Yeah, maybe I misread the. No, it will be right. Yeah. So what we did yesterday was sizing, and it's to cover the pores and to protect the wood with some glue. We've got a wood glue. We cannot wet it because it's water based and it will take it away. But now we use this one. It's a size. It's a size, no, sorry, it's a priming. So we have to go on and on until it kind of, all the pigment kind of sucks. So we don't have this dry pigment coming through later on. And basically what we're gonna do is just one coat. I have to do one coat with this temperature right now, maybe every hour, so it's not totally dry. You get the, you let it very, very thin on the wood. You can sand if you want, you can take it with a spatula, you can take it off. And then, before it's totally dry, you do another coat. You can do as many as you want. Good that the glue was warm, so it's easier for the pigment to dissolve. It is a very, very classical technique. Definitely use for antiquity, for medieval times and stuff. I don't know zinc. They used to use lead white. Lead white is very poisonous. And it's very, very, very small particles, but they can really float in the air and the atmosphere for long. So it's better to don't use lead white. I use it sometimes, but you have to be very careful, wear a mask, wear gloves, vacuum clean after. It's a heavy metal, and once you swallow it, it stays in, and it can drive you crazy, they say. Crazy as a hatter. Mad as a hatter. Yeah, they used to work with lead as well, for the structure of the hats. And some painters as well. I mean, most of the painters with red white. Is nice and liquid. So once we are sure there is no little balls of pigment and everything is dissolved, we do a very, very light. We have the brush, we don't fill it up completely. So we're gonna go, yesterday we went with the grain, today we're gonna go the other way around. You don't have to cover everything. Still is quite porous. we're gonna do like many coats, so you don't have to be super strict about empty spaces or frames or anything. We're gonna be sanding in between coats. Sometimes to prepare one of these boards can take a couple of days, 3 days. If you put a stretcher longer, then you go and I can do a painting in, I don't know, in an hour or less sometimes. So normally I tend to kind of buy things already prime, or buy big rolls, prime them with commercial products, just also good quality, you save time, and when you're doing this you really feel precious about the piece. You know, you have to be very in it. Like that, gently thin. If we find that there are some areas that are thicker, we can remove with the knife palette, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm not going to be logging in every hour to do this, so just this is the first one, then the one is going to go that way, like in an hour when it's still a little bit tacky. If, for example, you go to sleep and the day after you want to do another coat, this is water-based, so you can take one of these spray with water and dumping just very, very, very so gently, and then you cannot dry it. You cannot leave like drops of water because it will dissolve the mix. So that later on, the last thing we do, we replace it with an oil or resin based see-through color, so this thing stays stable because of the oil intake. So pretty much that's it. Okay, hope you're well. Yeah, have a nice weekend if you can, and if you're at home, yeah, have a nice weekend as well. Okay, love, peace, and relax.